Hi, my name is Timothy Haynes, and I'm here to talk to you about my Padlet Curation project. The Curation project was organized by columns in the Padlet. So what you'll see here is each unit is in every column, and each column has categories in it. Those categories are articles, resources, videos, digital tools, tips and tricks, and other. If that category is not in the column, it's because it doesn't have one of those resources within it. But every category is used throughout this entire project. I selected the resources that I selected because I am very visual. I am a very visual learner. You can see right here for maybe the Assure project, right, or the Assure model, you'll see that I have a visual model. Uh, you'll also see that I have another visual model because, again, I am just very visual. You'll see that a lot with the word walls that I have on there. You will see maybe even the iPad evaluation. It's all visual. So I picked a lot of my resources just because I am extremely visual person. I can implement these things into my classroom by checking myself, by checking an example of the TIM framework and making sure that I know exactly where I'm at in the TIM framework. I can't remember all of this, but what I can do is go back to this Padlet, make sure that I know where I'm at in the TIM framework because that is my favorite framework within all the frameworks, and know how well my students are going to be implemented with technology. Another way is on the useful part, looking at the digital education app or digital education right here. It has a list of just 50 digital tools for me. An example that I could have used last week was that students were giving a presentation and they wanted to use something that was more than Google Slides, and I wanted to be able to tell them exactly what they could use, and I did for the most part. But this gives me even more ways to maybe collaborate with them and have them do something outside of the box. The learning that occurred and will impact my teaching practices. So basically, I learned about the most part was the frameworks and rigor and relevance. So this affected my education because I could not only just implement technology basically out of the blue, but I could figure out how my students were going to benefit from using whatever technology I wanted to, while also being able to maybe even check that technology with my digital checklist and personalizing it for them. All of that can be done with these units, and I'm pretty proud of that. The resources that I was most excited about adding were the were the videos. The videos are useful to me because, again, since I'm such a visual learner, I depend on videos to kind of follow, be able to pause, write down things. So with the videos, I can visually learn. I can be able to pause if I need to write something down, and that's just really how I like to learn. The ways that I use Padlet is you can already see right here. The students have already completed a number of Padlet assignments. So let's just see one. So this one was my theater, my introduction to theater. They were to pick a culture, and then they were to post it on the Padlet. Now for this specific one, what they did was they posted their group name right here. So that was just like their names. And then what culture were they going to write about? So this helped kind of create a parking lot for my students to write down what they wanted, so that there would be no repeat culture, so that we wouldn't have maybe multiple projects over the same culture. So in conclusion, the Padlet Curation project was going to help me a lot if I can remember to go back on it and relearn some of the things that I've already learned if I forget about them, and it's actually a really good idea. So thank you for your time, and